Hello, check 1 2. Check 1 2. How are we looking here? Woo! I'm gonna stare at a screen for a little bit here. What's going on? What is happening? Sorry for my absence as of late for last week. Holy cow. Definitely hurt my back. Like really, really good. It was a wild couple of weeks. Just because I've never had it where I can't sit and the only thing I can do is lay down or stand up, and still got to get stuff done. Working through a lot of pain, and yeah, it was intense. Got some doctor feedback, have some things lined up. Gonna look into it and take care of it. Just the benefits of getting older, and I've definitely put my body through the rounds between sports and military service. So that was a fun realization that I'm getting to that age. So, but yeah, hope everyone's doing well. I was excited to get to go live tonight for sure. I really missed last week. I wish I could have, and I apologize. Woo! If I yawn a lot. Muscle relaxers definitely make you tired. So, but I took a bunch of meds and some so that we could so that I could get through tonight and actually be able to do it. So Max relax. Gina, thank you. Thank you. 10 months. 10 months. Dancing Gerdziller. Thank you, bud. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that support, making this a thing. So, been thinking about the channel a lot while I was gone. I did push on some YouTube stuff. So I've got obviously I've got the Baldur's Gate 3 stuff coming out, and then so that stuff's moving along. I also cut up, and not really cut up, but like trimmed down the when I played Battle Aces. So that is releasing tomorrow on the YouTube. So for channel regulars, they can go and check out, go back and reminisce and watch me get my ass handed to me in an RTS. So that's going to be dropping tomorrow. That's going to be dropping tomorrow. And then I have the secret layer openings trimmed up and in the works, and that should be coming later this week. I think I've got to schedule it to publish. I think I was trying to work on the description which, like, man, I'm telling you, YouTube stuff has a lot of work to it. It's got a lot of work to it for the YouTube stuff, as far as like really making an engaging description and all your tags and this and that and engaging title and da 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 da. But that's should be coming. And then after I get those two, I'm gonna work on First Ascendant. I got First Ascendant uploaded. You know, my initial playthrough of that. So not sure what it's gonna do. It's a little too late in the game. That really needed to go up immediately to capture any momentum. But, you know, chronicle my experiences. That's all I'm doing on here, is just chronicling my experiences. So, you know, it's still fun to get the content out there. And you never know. Never know. Maybe somebody wants to join the community because of what they see there. So, so yeah, pushing some YouTube stuff. Inner Geek Designs have been excuse me. Inner Geek Designs has been working diligently on the emotes, so that stuff's still coming. So they've been sick lately, so you know, I know they've got a full-time job, so no yawning. I know, man. No, like like the bad decision was laying down on a heat pad. I could definitely feel it washing over me, so I was like, oh no. Oh no. So yeah, it'll do that to you. It'll do that. So I might be a little off tonight, but it's what it is. What it is. How's that music coming through? Is it a little low? A little too low? Oh, yeah. Yeah, lot's been going on. Trying to think if there was any other, like, because I was trying to work on the channel in the background. I was trying to work on the channel in the background, trying to make things work. I've been playing a lot of Drafty Car on my phone. That's been my latest addiction. So, but man, I'll tell you what, like laying down on your back, like being laid up like that, it feels so restrictive for me. Like I like relaxing, I like laying down and all that. I work hard during the day. Like I want to lay down, you know, and rest. And I know how important rest is. And you know, it's you know, but it's just very, very restricting. Like, and it starts to suck after a while. Really starts to suck after a while. So Finley boy. My buddy. I don't think he's been feeling good lately. So, but yeah, tonight I wanted to get into, I wanted to like go over the Sony State of Play, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I wanted to talk a good bit about the bannings that happened yesterday in a Magic format that really is the forefront of the game right now. So we'll definitely dive into that stuff for sure. But yeah, I just want to kind of like chill, hang out, and catch up with everybody. I know it's been a little bit. So, let's do this setup. Yeah. And we'll do this. Watching the meta. State of Play. Here it is. Right here. Fans good, people bad. We'll get into it. I got some feelings on it personally. It's interesting. Let's get into the Sony State of Play. Or actually, you know what? We can do that too. Let's do Magic ban announcement. Since you're here, Gina, and you're the Magic buddy. Yeah, so so they came out and banned Dockside Extortionist, Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt, and Nadu. Winged Wisdom. So Dockside, I think, or well, for sure Nadu was coming. For sure. That was coming. You know, kind of a miserable, I mean, I should say kind of. It is a miserable play pattern, but there's definitely other cards that also present miserable play patterns. So like those two I'm not surprised about. Now at the same time, you know, at the same time, I feel like Commander, I have a hard time. I've been having a harder time with Commander over the last few years. Like it was definitely great to play during like COVID and all that. It was definitely great to play that game and have something that, you know, I was connecting with everybody, staying connected with everybody, you know, via tabletop, via spell table. Whew. But the thing with Commander that bothers me is this delicate balance that everybody kind of has, right? You should absolutely be able to, if it's your desire, to build a deck that is powerful, right? Has a lot of power to it. Moves quickly. You know, and just playing the game at its highest rate. Have no fear, Young Guns is here. What's up? Excuse me, sorry. Oh, these muscle relaxers, they definitely put you down. Just got back from some Top Golf. Nice. Playing some Top Golf tonight. Good for you, bud. That's awesome. That's sweet. Was it a work event? But like, people should absolutely be able to build decks and do things in a game that's like super powerful, right? Like, they should be able to, in video games, right? Like in Destiny and stuff like that. In video games, you have like meta builds, right? You have meta builds where it is the most optimal way to play that character, that setup, most optimal way to complete this objective, so on and so forth, right? Like, we all have done it, we all do it. It's just a part of our modern human way of being more efficient with our time, right? And then like I can remember in Destiny, like I loved Celestial Nighthawk. I loved the flaming throwing knives. I loved the trip grenades. I love the trip grenades. And you know, I loved when I played Titan, I loved hammers, you know. And so I would play those, and I would make builds, and yes, they weren't optimal, but they were fun, right? And sometimes optimal was fun because it got me through the objective. Now, could I play like that? Could I play like that like every single time I did something? No, definitely not. That was kind of my issue with Warframe, is it felt like you always had to do everything the most optimal way, you know? But, you know, in Magic, same thing, right? Like, I could, like, I'm trying to think here. So in Magic, outside of Commander, right? Commander is great when everybody breaks junk. But what I'm trying to get at is, you know, I don't like the fact that the Commander community has basically come to this, I don't know if you call it an agreement, but they've come to this mindset that you're people that want to like do something that's hyper focused and powerful and everything else is inherently bad. And bad for the game and bad for the experience. You know, when I look at my 60 cards, all my popper decks are meta decks, I would say. Trying to think if I've got like a non-meta deck in there. Maybe my Mono Black. Oh. Yeah, because playing black and Magic is my favorite color. But yeah, they're all meta decks, right? But then when I go to like modern, like, yes, do I want to build a meta modern deck? Yes. Do I want to go to like a Friday Night Magic and win, you know, a Friday Night Magic, you know, modern tournament? Hell yeah, I do. But guess what? Like, I bring zombies because zombies is what I fell in love with, right? So I bring zombies and I play that, and it's non-meta, but like I compete with it and I have fun with it, but I don't sit there when I'm playing the Yogg player, the Living End player, or, you know, anyone like that. And I don't sit there and say, well, you know, your experience or what you decided to do ruined my experience. Like, I just don't understand how that's a mindset in a game that's actually deciding about winning. Like, you're there to win it, right? And like, you know, a couple times that I've brought zombies to modern Friday Night Magic, right? I have played I've done it 3 times at this one shop. 2 times not so great. 1 time I actually got to the top table for the night and played Living End. And actually took him to 3 games. And that was fun. Like, that was fun. It was fun to see how their deck worked. You know, it was interesting to see how they could hose my deck and still run theirs. But like, you know, even like the Amulet Titan player, right? Turns are kind of long. They're tapping and untapping, and they're doing, you know, returning lands and playing lands, and like they just basically play solitaire to get to their win. But like, yes, in the moment, was that kind of painful to go through? Yeah. But at the same time, I was learning something, and I was pumped for them that they like got to their win con and they could make it happen, you know? And I just, in Commander, you know, it's just interesting to me because we want to ban these fast mana cards, right? But like, the fast mana cards aren't always it doesn't always mean that somebody's like winning on turn 3 in Commander. Like, that's not the case at all. That's probably the minority more than it is the majority. I've had Jeweled Lotus in my Gisela deck since I opened it way back in whatever. Wait, but what was that, back 2020 that released? Maybe 2019? You know, so it's been in that deck for like 4 years, 5 years. I've maybe gotten to play it once. And all it does is it just takes a 7-drop commander and brings it to 4. If that. Sometimes I'm still waiting to cast the Lotus, to cast Gisela, because I have to make sure that I have mana up to protect her. I can't just turn 4, put Gisela out there, because everybody's gonna, you know, which is gonna be fine, or excuse me, you know, you can't just like take a 7 mana value commander and play it turn 4, because by turn 4 everybody's has probably got their removal ready for it. So like, you know, Jewel Lotus is not, you know, it's not always a bad thing, right? And you know, I have a hard time with a social format with, and now I'm really starting to have issues with just the ban list in general, because it's like, just police yourselves. Like, why do we need this? Just police yourselves. You know? Now I know that's what it says. Like, you know, people aren't going to help them. You know, people aren't going to do the right thing and all that. And I know you'd be okay with me rule zeroing it in our games. But like, I could only play Gisela when we played. When like you, me, and Rosie would play. I can't bring Gisela to the card shop with Jeweled Lotus in it and for certain make sure that I didn't piss everybody off at the table for rule zeroing in a banned card. I'm going to take it out of the deck because I don't want to have banned cards in my decks, you know? And, you know, I just, with Jeweled Lotus, you know, I just don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand. I understand they're wanting to get rid of fast mana. I get that. But at the same time, like, let the person do their thing and then say, cool, like, let's all change commanders. Or, hey, like, I don't understand. I guess I don't understand how other groups don't do like what our group does. Hey, I won, so therefore I won the first game or whatever. I won. Are we going to play again? Yes. Okay, cool. I'm going to pick a different commander. I got my win for the night. I'm good. Right? Like, I just don't get, and I understand that like not all people are that like socially connected, I guess, is what I'm gonna put out there. But it's just like, do your thing and then pack it up and pull out something that is a little bit more maybe fun, group huggy, a little less competitive, a little bit more casual, you know? Support some, like, do something that you think you're going to be able to support some other, you know, maybe support the player that got taken out first. You know that your deck's going to support theirs, you know? Like, I feel like that's the conversation that the Magic community and the Commander community needs to have, is not necessarily like tamper down the you know, the brash, you know, commentary on fast mana and all that, and, you know, focus on this conversation about like, hey, like, if you win, power it down, pull something else out. You got your win for the night. That's it. You got your win for the night. You're good. Or maybe you finished second. Like, it's okay. It's a casual game. And, you know, and like, I feel like people don't take the opportunity when they play against more powerful decks to actually like sit and try to learn how to be a better Magic player. You know, Rosie kicked my ass for years. For years, he kicked my ass in Magic. And, you know, and I would, and it made me learn like what he's doing. It made me reevaluate my deck building and make my decks better and everything, because I was just getting my ass stomped all the time. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to lose that much anymore. I wanted to be 50-50, you know? And, you know, it just made my decks better and everything. And now, you know, me and Rosie have talked about it. Like, I'm probably like right there with him now, as far as my skill, in the game. And, you know, and like the thing that upsets me about Jeweled Lotus is just like, it was a commander specific card. So now it's banned. And it has no other playable areas. None. No other playable areas. Like, it is literally a piece of paper now. That's it. It's just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of cardboard. You know. And I just, you know, I've been reading Twitter, and I've been seeing, you know, YouTube posts and stuff. And, you know, I can't help but talk about the financial piece, right? This right here is an $80 card. This right here is an $80 card. It was as high as like, I think 120 or 140 at one point. But this is an $80 card. This card alone made me feel okay with my purchases of Commander Legends, because I opened one. Now I have nothing. You know, now I have pennies from, you know, buying product. And I know, buy singles. I know. Trust me, I know. I do buy singles. I buy both. But like, Jeweled Lotus, I mean, it's going to end up, and, you know, and the other cards too, but like, LGS's just lost probably, smaller LGS has probably lost, I would say, hundreds of dollars. A lot of them can't keep this stuff in stock. You know, your next size up LGS probably lost thousands, you know, but just the industry as a whole just lost a lot of money. And, you know, it's sad. It's sad because they didn't even have like a warning to try to like unload them. You know, there wasn't like a, hey, Jeweled Lotus is on our radar. So that if a store didn't want to be exposed to the risk of it being banned, they could have unloaded it. Um, you know, so the financial side of this, I mean, it to me, it's damaging, and it makes it hard. It makes it hard for people to want to buy more product. Makes it hard for, you know, it makes it hard for LGSs to want to stay in the Magic world, you know? I mean, that's, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough for all those folks. But yeah, got to play, I think, Jeweled Lotus once in 5 years, and now it's gone. So what are you going to do? You know, it's just life, and you just keep going. So, now Mana Crypt, again, another one, right? I remember, when did they say it was on their radar? Because I never remember that ever being like a topic of discussion in the community, saying that Jeweled Lotus was on the banning radar. But like Mana Crypt, right? Like, I think I've gotten to see Rosie in all the years that I've been playing Commander with Rosie. Whatever, like going on like 5-6 years. I think I've seen him play Mana Crypt twice. And I think maybe out of those 2 times, one time it helped him. Around when it was reprinted in LCI. Gotcha. Or are you talking Jeweled Lotus? You're talking about you talking about when Jeweled Lotus was reprinted in Commander Masters? Or did they say Mana Crypt was on their radar? But you know, with Mana Crypt, like, and I remember like out of those 2 times, one of those 2 times, Mana Crypt actually like depleted. He was having fun, and we were having fun. We were having fun as a group, and I can't remember, Jeannie, you may have been there for this one. But Mana Crypt kept ticking his life down, and we were all laughing about it, and he was laughing about it, and we were having fun with this baddie, you know, this big bad, you know, Mana Crypt, and we were all having fun. We were laughing. We were having a great time, you know, and because he was sitting there rolling, he kept losing, or I'm sorry, yeah, he kept rolling a dice, doing like odds and evens, and he kept losing life. He kept losing the flip, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious, you know, and like, and I think he lost that game because it cost him so much life, you know. You know, and I've been saying this for a while, like, damn, just play some more freaking removal. Like, just play more removal. There's a lot of synergies out there. You should have your 10 to 11 slots in your deck dedicated to removal. You absolutely should. 10 to 11. Right? And you've got your board wipes, which is also removal. But like, there's so many synergies. My zombie deck has synergies to the zombie side of things, but also to help me with removal. My +1/+1 counter decks have, you know, Ham's a +1/+1 counter deck, has creatures in there that help with the +1/+1 counter theme, but also have abilities to be used as removal. So I have my 10 to 11 slots, plus I have 3 or 4 more on bodies. Like, Wizards of the Coast is printing cards that have versatility. Use it. Use the versatility. Like, it's there. I don't understand why somebody who paid a lot of money for Lotus or Crypt has to be punished because somebody doesn't want to have artifact removal at the go when they need it in a game of Commander. Like, have your removal. Play more removal. Play interaction. Play more interaction. You know, like that. It just, it doesn't make sense to me. And like, same thing with Nadu and Dockside. They're creatures. Creatures are one of the easiest types to remove. So remove it. Like, just get it off the board. You know? Like, it just doesn't, it just doesn't make sense. Like, the whole thing just doesn't make sense. And like, if Nadu creates a play pattern that doesn't really work with Dockside, what, playing your removal? You know what helps with that? What is that card? Viridian Revel. You want to know what somebody doesn't want to see when they play Dockside? What you should have on the ready for them? If I can get it to pull up. Is that card right there? That card right there. Viridian Revel. Whenever an artifact is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, you may draw a card. And yes, tokens do enter before they dissolve. Draw a card. They have the same stuff with damage as well. What is it? Magnetic Mine? Right? Is it Magnetic Mine? Whenever another artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, Magnetic Mine deals 2 damage to the artifact's controller. There is an answer to it. There is an answer to people doing treasure, you know, shenanigans and all that stuff. Like, there are answers. And guess what? It's one game. If they go off with Dockside, they win the game. Cool, man. Hey, let's play game 2. You switching it up? I was thinking about switching it up. You switching it up? All right, cool. Yeah, let's switch it up. You guys want to do like precons or something? What do you think? I've got something new I want to try. Anybody got something new they want to try out, or you know, that they need to learn better? Like, let's do a game where we learn some decks better together. Like, that is what needs to happen. Not like, hey, you paid $80 for this card, and now it's like $1. Like, you just lost your money. You know, because you should buy singles, right? You should buy singles. Well, people have bought these singles, and now they're losing their money. And it's probably as bad as some people probably, you know, buying a bunch of sealed product and maybe breaking even on a trade to get that card. But that happens anytime a card gets banned. Correct. But Commander's the only one where it's a singleton format. It's not officially like sanctioned. It's community run. And, you know, has the ability to kind of morph, and, you know, everybody has that ability to kind of rule their own play group, rule their own tables and stuff. You know, cards getting banned in a 60 card format, in my opinion, is a little bit different because it's 4 of a kind. It's more consistent. And so bannings in 60 card formats are needed because, just because it's more of a card in a deck and has a little bit more consistency to it. And because that's like what I was trying to say before, is like, now like Nadu being banned, that can be a commander. So that I understand with Nadu being banned, because you could always have access to it. So it has the consistency. Like I said, I've had Jeweled Lotus and Gisela for like 5-6 years. And out of like, I don't know, probably like I've 10 plus games that I've played with her. I've probably had Jeweled Lotus in it like 7 of those games, and I've played it once. Like, there's a lot of variation to a 99 card singleton. So, you know, I just have, you know, it just sucks. It really sucks. I don't think it needed to happen. You know, I think this would have gone way different. I think this would have gone way different if everything but Jeweled Lotus was banned. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. I think this discussion is way different if Jeweled Lotus is still is left alone. Only because this card can be played in Legacy, in Vintage. This card can be played in Legacy and Vintage. This card can be played Legacy and Vintage. This card has no other home. 0 other home. 0. You know. You know, and just, you know, but like Soul Ring, you know, them basically saying that they're not banning Soul Ring and no desire to. And based on the criteria that they've talked about, it would be banned. But they're saying it's an iconic card of the format. And, you know, that it's tied to the identity of the format. You know, and banning it would be changing the identity of the format. And like, I love it. It happening every once in a while is exciting. Well, I only got to freaking play with Jeweled Lotus once. It was happening every once in a while. Unless you were tutoring for Lotus, which you can tutor for Soul Ring, you know, and that's, you know, that's one of those conversations, right? One of those conversations is tutors. But, you know, and they can't ban, you know, they can't ban Soul Ring because it's in every freaking precon deck. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, I'm not going to change anything. I'm just a freaking schlub sitting over here on Twitch / YouTube / TikTok, all that, with a very minor, insignificant impact. And I'm just going to take Jeweled Lotus out. If Platinum Mirror's not in there, I'll probably put Platinum Mirror back in there. Just because I need all the mana ramp I can get with Gisela in Boros. So yeah, just sucks. It really sucks. And I really feel bad for the folks that chased after the textured foil, you know, and like the borderless and all that stuff, you know, with going after Jeweled Lotus, because, you know, Jeweled Lotus was a format, and to me, you know, it was a format staple. And they were reprinting it, so it was getting within range of being affordable. All right, where's the salt scores? Saltiest cards. Where's Jeweled Lotus on the saltiest cards? So Jeweled Lotus is the, let's see, let's do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So Jeweled Lotus has 36 cards. 36 cards in front of it that people hate more. 36 cards. And Mana Crypt's even down even further. Nadu's number 3. Nadu's number 3. Dockside is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. So number 3 and 15 were banned, but nothing was banned. Nothing was banned between that and 36. And Mana Crypt's even lower than that. And Mana Crypt's even lower than that. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know, and like MTG Goldfish was making the point, like, what about Stasis? Like, what about Stasis? What about Static Orb? What about Winter Orb? Like, what about Turgrid? Like, this makes me want to play all this stuff more now because I just want. Now I'm just like, well, you didn't like somebody using an artifact that you could easily remove. I mean, what Ancient Grudge destroys target artifact. It's not like Jeweled Lotus was indestructible. It's not like either one of these were indestructible or had hexproof. It's not like it's not like either one of those. You can destroy those easily. Easily. And what? I mean, I'm sure there's one mana destroy artifact cards out there. Sure there is. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm sure that there is one mana destroy target artifact. You know. You know, I just damn, dude. Like it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And I just like for the health of the format and people's accessibility, these two things have been reprinted a bunch. Tell me how many times Fierce Guardianship's been reprinted? Twice? Twice? That's it. Twice. That's it. The One Ring is like what, 8 or 9 on this list? Is it ever going to get reprinted? It might get one more reprint in the next 20 years. Maybe one. That card is always going to be $80. Always. Or more. You know, I just don't think that those two cards should have gotten that. The One Ring is dumb, yes. I really just don't think that those two the Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus could have been left alone. I really feel like they could have been left alone. And all I gotta say to people is play more removal. That's all I gotta say is play more removal. You know, do I hate Corvold? Absolutely, I hate when Rosie plays Corvold. 100%. I will hate the fuck out of that commander every time I see him. You know who else gets hated? Off the table? My boy, Yark. Yark will get hated right off the freaking table. You know who else gets hated? Gisela. Gisela gets hated off the table. Quick. If I don't protect her. Like, and guess what? I just have to deal with it. And I have to build my decks ready for my commander to be hated off the board. You still have to make a 99 card deck that functions without the 100th card. And I just, you know, and that is why I've gravitated away from Commander so much, is because I just feel like the dedicated players of the format just will not like look at themselves in the mirror. You know? You're different, Gina, because you actually have a little bit of a spikiness to you. And you know the game very, very well. And you could take jank cards and make them really good. But majority of the Commander community, in my opinion, they just can't, like, they can't comprehend it. They can't comprehend it whatsoever. And it's just, they let a single card ruin their experience. And it's like, just remove the damn thing. If you know it's coming, hold your removal for it. If you know that card is in that deck, go after it. Go after the card. You know? Well, I don't always know, and I don't really like cards that, hit me out of left field and I didn't know it was coming and they just win on the spot. Well, guess what? That's the fucking game. It's Commander. It has the entire history of Magic's printings in one format. Of course you're going to have powerful cards and you're going to have powerful turns that make you win the game. To be honest with you, my last Commander experience was somebody hating me off the board, and I sat for 7 freaking turns for them to kill the other 2 people on the table. And I purposely made it a point to sit there on camera shuffling my deck the entire time. And making sure that I was present on camera with cards, pile shuffling, sorting, something. Because I wanted that table to see that it sucks to sit there and be beat off the table first and then watch everybody else play Magic. I would rather watch somebody win the game in one turn and just beat the whole table and say, wow, that was powerful. What a great play. Didn't see that coming. That's, way to go. Let's shuffle up. Let's shuffle up, switch decks, and play something else. That's Magic, man. That's Magic. Not this, oh, you beat me last game, so I'm gonna focus on you and knock you off the table while the rest of us play. That's bullshit. That to me is what Commander has become. Because that's not the first time I've experienced that. It's tough. It's tough. And that's why I've been gravitating more towards 60 card formats. I love Pauper. I really like Pauper. I like. That sounds like a bad table. It's not a bad table. It's good. It's what they've been programmed to do. It's what they've been programmed to do. They've been programmed not to like big one turn wins. And they haven't been programmed the way, at least the way I play, is everybody should be getting whittled down evenly. And not hating somebody off the board early. But Pauper's awesome. It's a really, really good format. It's affordable. It's fun. It's got a lot of interaction. Love the amount of commons have some of the best interaction. Or I should say best, but some of the more consistent interaction. That's where a lot of your removal spells are printed at. Love Pauper. And like the cool thing about Pauper is like you could make a jank deck in Pauper and still pretty much go toe to toe with the meta decks. Because you still have the staples available to you as far as interaction goes. You can have your game plan, but your interaction is there to also stop the meta deck or get around the meta deck. You know what I'm saying? So love Pauper. I really love Pauper. I love Modern for its power. It's explosive. It definitely, for me, I feel like it makes me a better player when I play it. It makes me really challenge myself. And then, you know, Pioneer and Standard are definitely good formats that go through their ebbs and flows. It goes through their ebbs and flows. I like Pioneer a lot because I feel like it's got a good smooth pace to it. It has a really good smooth pace to it that I enjoy. And you can definitely do more creature deck stuff and get away with it. Creature deck. Creature decks in Modern are rough. So, but yeah. Hey buddy, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Be right back. When we come back, let's do some state of play stuff. Are they going? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. All right, so state of play. I saw some stuff that was interesting. For sure. Likely a harasser. Yeah, I could see why you've been banned. Can I just say that Astrobot is definitely a future moneymaker for PlayStation. And like I feel like this is gonna be. I feel like we're gonna see more Astrobot in the future.
Hi everyone, I'm
I want to get
the
Astrobot.
studio head at Team Asobi. Couldn't be happier with the
I'm a
reception to
sucker for
Astroworld and to
platformers.
see how much joy Astro is bringing to homes all around the world. On behalf of Team Asobi, thank you so much. Now we still have a few surprises up our sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at a DLC we'll release later this year at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon. But for now, let's enjoy the state of play.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
Okay, so this one.
While I was in the black, I had a dream.
I'm a sucker for claymation stuff. This looks interesting. This looks really interesting. Pretty cool that it's in VR as well.
And so it was that the burnt one and a small flame took a wander down the midnight walk.
Oh my gosh. It's got like a Nightmare Before Christmas vibe to it too, a little bit. Oh, I love it. Love it.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt. Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick, but we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed.
Oh, this one was interesting looking.
They lived inside our heads.
I thought the environment aesthetic was unique. Beautiful looking game. Beautiful looking game. Hell is us.
My story is a tale of rules rewritten.
Metro VR. Come on, like this is a good one too.
Oh, hey, Serdar.
Have you seen Yana?
I need to play the Metro games. I remember Nade playing the Metro games back in the day.
I need to go after her. Their bodies arranged in some sort of ritual. Please, just let Yana be all right. What is that?
Like this would be cool. This would be cool to play in VR.
I keep hearing other voices on the radio.
You said there were people there.
Thing is Sony needs to
Did you
release
not hear any of that? Yana,
their
is that you?
VR games over to. They need to make PC ports for all.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
And whatever.
Sometimes
What's the other
we
one?
need to become the thing we fear.
Quest over to Facebook.
Prevent
Quest.
something worse.
I played that in VR.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy?
This one, the combat looked interesting to me.
You humans slaughtered each other until the whole world lay in ruins. And yet, you have been granted another chance in Auroria. It must be the will of your beloved mother goddess.
I'm trying to remember what the. I'm trying to recall what the combat
Trust
reminds
in your
me of.
kind.
I'm trying to put my finger on what that kind of reminds me of, and I think it actually kind of the combat, like especially the big strafes left and right, reminds me of Hellblade.
Yourself.
Reminds me of Hellblade a bit.
If you survive this trial,
Not necessarily God of War. Definitely more Hellblade. With like the big
perhaps you
strafe.
might become one of us.
But I'll keep my eye on that one. Arc Age Chronicles. Cow World's coming. Cow World's coming, and
Launching
then
today on the PlayStation 5 console. We have a few more games.
All things are
the Lunar
real
Collection.
unless you dream they're not. In your
I haven't played a ton of
love is
RPGs
the
like that. I want to play this with
carried on
my
wings.
oldest.
2 updates on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. First, the Radical Reptiles DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters.
I think she would. I think
And
she
for
would
no
think this is
extra
pretty
cost,
cool.
a remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
Oh. Yo. Kind of want this as well. I want to play this. Sure.
I've taken on another form?
And yes, you heard right. Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X Shadow Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack. This update is inspired by scenes from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie.
This looks
and arrives
awesome.
December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
Hell yeah. This looks pretty. Again, I don't have a bunch of, you know, RPG, what do you call it, turn-based, you know, turn-based combat games underneath my belt. I don't have a ton. I played, I think, what is it called? Triangle Strategy? I played the demo for that on Switch for a little bit during my craziness. I was kind of like play for a little bit. JRPGs, thanks. I don't have a ton of those underneath my belt.
We're just over a month away from the release of Dragon Age the Veilguard.
You're
Let's check
excited
in
for
with
this.
BioWare and Electronic Arts for an
This has
extended
actually got a lot
look
of,
at
I don't know if you
climax
saw this
battle.
earlier, this has got a bunch of gameplay. Turn this up a little bit.
We've gotten word from the wardens.
Have they found Gillenane?
Not yet, but they found something else worth killing. One of her blighted dragons.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon.
We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby.
That lair is a death trap. We need to lure her out to have any chance. So we challenge her, draw the dragon out into the open, then attack.
I know making games is like a terrible industry right now. And I know
You and me
like so many
now.
people have a hard time with it and everything. Man, I think I would dig and enjoy
Everyone!
3D modeling.
Get ready!
Wardens! Ready ballistas!
I think I'd enjoy it.
Wait for it.
Come on. Come on.
Like I just look at like game environments.
Archer to land! Second detachment! Flank on the walls! Let's go!
So has Dragon Age always kind of looked like this as far as combat? But I've never played the other one, or really seen anybody play the other one. Because it almost looks like Final Fantasy-esque. So this is the console version. I was watching this earlier and I'm like, this might be a better piece. Because this isn't the only time I hold up my controller.
the attack! Bring that first one down!
Vaughn!
Yeah, I've never played the other Dragon Age games, so I gotta be tempered with what I want to get into.
Consume their flesh! Shatter their bones! Your battle is already lost.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. The FBC's research department set up a facility.
Alan Wake Lake House.
The Lake House. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, I would have just kept on driving.
This looks cool. Again, another thing that would make me actually play. Even though I've never played these games on console. This looks like a really awesome VR. This looks well done. I don't know why, but that looks very well done. Very well done.
You know that.
How was the Dat V thing? It was good. It was good. I mean, it looked interesting. Oh, purposely not watching anything about it. I'm sorry.
The truth.
I'm sorry about that.
My brethren. until I had the honor of surpassing my
Legacy
lord.
of Kain Remastered.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward.
Never played the Legacy of Kain game.
Agony.
Anniversary of the first game's release.
You sure we can't just do the same?
Games from the original PlayStation era also inspired
saw
Fear the
this.
Spotlight from Blumhouse Games. It brings
A Gasper.
This looks cute.
build
and cool.
villages and nurture vast ecosystems in Towers of Agasba.
Towers of Agasba. It looks like a. It
This
looks like a
colorful world includes
more
unique
polished
creatures, a
Polya?
peculiar cast of characters, and also allows you to invite other players to visit your island. Towers of Agasba launches into early access this November. Up next, Epic Games brings a split-screen mode to LEGO Fortnite this October.
This is cool.
This feature enables friends
So I'm
and
hoping
family
that
to
me and the
explore the
oldest,
world and
maybe
build
we can
villages
do
together
some
while playing
more,
on the same PS5 or PS4.
Lego Fortnite stuff together.
And in other Fortnite news, the new Fortnite Limited Edition DualSense wireless controller arrives
that's
later this
awesome.
year,
Split
with
screen
pre-order
Lego
starting
Fortnite.
October 3rd.
Might be
Visit
building
PlayStation
some
blog
Lego
for
stuff
more details.
with the oldest.
Next, it's 1 versus 1,000 in Dynasty Warriors Origins. And
Never
Koei
played
Tecmo
Dynasty
Games is ready to
Warriors.
share the release date. Let's take a look.
This looked good. This looked good.
Guardian of Peace, you have crossed paths with men.
I
who
should
may
play the
one day
Dynasty
bring about
Warrior, the
order.
Zelda Dynasty Warriors. I should play that on
Until
Switch. That
then,
always
you
looked
must adapt to the chaos and find a way to survive. So choose your path wisely. Go forth and learn what it means to be a hero.
You claim to strive for justice, but have no way to achieve it. Tearing down the system without providing an alternative is mere wanton destruction. The die has been cast. All that remains is to see this through.
Yo, that's good.
I was still
Yes.
hoping, but I imagined the whole thing. It's burned into my mind.
Are you ready?
So, Captain, what's your team been getting up to?
The Guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
This
I'm
forest is
wondering-
amazing.
When I was watching this, because I've been one of the things I've been thinking about
Built for this
as I've
kind
been
of
away from
weather.
stream.
That's causing
has
the water
been-
currents to surge too.
Like, what upcoming new release could we make
This is its territory, and we're intruders.
something that we all play with? And I'm curious if Monster Hunter Wilds would be a good community. I'm curious if they're gonna crossplay. Because that would be really so let's do Monster Hunter.
Ours. You respect.
Wraith. It's real! Is that what we're after? The White Wraith.
Down there. Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species.
You're
Excited
a hunter.
for Monster Hunter Community
You've
Days.
got a weapon,
Actually, wearing
and
one.
you do nothing?
Dad's
Give it to me!
work family hunt. February 28th. Do we think that I can be done with Baldur's Gate 3 before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out? What do y'all think? Think I can do it? Not if you have freaking just chatting sessions, Dirk. You're not gonna get
本
it
作の
done.
発売日が2025年2月28日世界同日発売に決定いたしました。
Excuse me.
本日より順次予約を開始しますのでぜひご予約いただければと思います。プレイステーションストアでご予約いただいた方限定の特典としてプレイステーション5でご覧いただけるデジタルミニアートブックをご用意します。9月26日の23時からは TGS2024 カプコンオンラインプログラムを放送いたします。それでは引き続きモンスターハンターワイルズの情報にご注目ください。またお会いしましょう。
Look at those chompers! Okay, trail spots aren't cheap, so let's get started. A hunter with a mysterious past and her very heroic
This looks
friend.
interesting. I'm
Are all
surprised
that
about
stands in the way of
Horizon
an
Lego
unspeakable evil.
crossover.
Join them as they explore, hunt, collect wacky outfits, and decorate their village. Nailed it. This is awesome. Oh, wait, there's more. With the digital deluxe edition, you get this exciting
remastered
blue
it.
roller thing. That's
Visit PlayStation Blog for more details and watch the full trailer to see all the
Cool thing
enhancements.
is the remastered version. If you already own it, if you already own Horizon Zero Dawn, if you own the PS4 copy, I'm guessing you just put it in the. If you own the physical copy, maybe it reads your PlayStation library. But if you own it, you 10 bucks. $10 to upgrade it is what I'm trying to say. $10 upgrade if you already own it, which is really great. I think that's awesome. First Baldur's Gate 3 stream of the new year. I'm whipping out the walkthrough. Here you go. Get it done.
Epic
I'll try not to.
New content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade. A new photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your choice of poses, expressions, and filters.
Stellar Blade gets photos. Cool. They also are doing Nier Automata DLC for Stellar Blade.
Now let's talk about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus.
Remastered,
First, your monthly games for October.
Chroma Collection. Yada.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Cerny.
PlayStation 5
We recently
Pro.
revealed the newest
Here we go.
addition to
You
the
ready?
PlayStation 5.
You ready for this? I still got to play the first game. Don't let Trombone see this. Don't let Trombone see this.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north to disappear. But you You are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
Give me the soundtrack. Yotai? I'm guessing that's how it. Yo, I've never played a Ghost game, and that trailer gave me goosebumps. Like, let's go.
PlayStation.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that they didn't have in there, you know. I thought it was interesting. So, like Google's AI, Google's AI actually like gave me a like it gave me a summary of what chat was talking about. Erika Ishii. Oh, so that's the is that the character's name? What was I? Oh, yeah, photos. So it actually gave me like a so it gave me like a AI chat summary, right? It gave me an AI chat summary, and it says viewers are expressing disappointment. You got a hairball there, bud. Oh, voice announcer's name. I got you. Viewers are expressing disappointment with the state of play presentation, particularly the lack of major announcements for highly anticipated games like Spider-Man 2 and Bloodborne. But Spider-Man 2 was out. But I thought that was interesting that like they're using AI to give you chat summaries. It's interesting. But yeah, might keep it a short stream. It's actually it looks like Inner Geek has actually sent some emo updates, so I might go check those out. Don't forget tomorrow on the YouTubes, there's the whatchamacallit, the Battle Aces gameplay is going to go up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for catching up on Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough stuff. Magic should be coming. We've got Festival in a Box right there that we're going to open on stream. So that's going to be coming soon. Mystery boosters. We got the Karlach secret layer to open up on stream at some point. I'm trying to think what else. But we're going to get back into this. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to be able to actually like sit. She's also going to be the voice I pick for Dragon Age. Nice. Love it. I absolutely love it. But we're gonna be back. We're gonna be getting after Baldur's Gate 3. One of the other things I've been thinking about for the channel is I'd like to increase my time from just 2 days a week. I would like to maybe try to commit to 3 days a week. So, also with that, I applied for TikTok's gaming creator program. They opened it up to everybody. So I shot an application, just to see if it was something. It sounds like it's a requirement to stream 10 hours a week. So I'm thinking if I can do, 3 nights at, 3 hours plus, or 3 hours, whatever, 3 hours, 20 minutes. So 3.5 hours a night. I think we can hit that. So I'm trying to figure out how to make 3 days a week work. We've had some momentum come and go from the channel, and I'm trying to keep the momentum. So just seems like a lot of things get in the way, but that's okay. We're just going to keep persevering, and we're going to keep going and make it happen. So but I am going to probably keep it short tonight, since it's the first night back, and probably go get some rest, and hopefully maybe Thursday we will be back here playing some Baldur's Gate 3. We are on Act 3. We will just start Act 3 on Thursday, and we will we'll be getting that started. So excited. I've heard it's long. I have been kind of completing everything as I go through. So there will be a lot of that. A lot of that. So so I want to appreciate Gina and Young Guns for dropping in tonight, keeping me company, making this worth doing the thing, hitting the button, as always. So yeah, is there anybody we want to go see? Let's see. Anybody we want to go see? Anybody want to go see? Let's see. Sarobi's playing Far Cry 3. Zola's watching the State of Play stuff. Also playing some Pokemon. Let's go see our buddy Zola. When was the last time we raided Zola? Probably a little bit here. All right. Let's go see Zola, see how he's doing, go hang out, and go from there. So Thursday, I will see you guys. Y'all be good and take care of yourselves. See you Thursday. Love ya.